Facebook visselblåsare vittnade inför amerikanska senaten den 5 oktober. Senator Richard Blumenthal fick ett sms under utfrågningen från en orolig förälder.
I'm in tears right now watching your interaction with Frances Haugen. My 15-year-old daughter loved her body at 14, was on Instagram constantly, and maybe posting too much. Suddenly she started hating her body dysmorphia, now anorexia, and was in deep, deep trouble before we found treatment. I fear she'll never be the same.
Visselblåsaren Frances Haugen var tidigare produktchef på Facebook. Hon pekar på Facebooks rangordningssystem som baseras på engagemang, vilket betyder att inlägg som har många klick hamnar överst på användarnas sidor. Och ju fler klick det får, ju fler annonser kan Facebook sälja.
Facebook knows that its amplification algorithms, things like engagement-based ranking on Instagram, can lead children from very innocuous topics like healthy recipes. I think all of us could eat a little more healthy. All the way from just something innocent like healthy recipes to anorexia promoting content over a very short period of time.
Hon sammanfattade detta som att Facebook sätter egen vinst framför människor. Haugen ger stöd åt något som kallas kronologisk rangordning, som visar inlägg i den ordning det publiceras, istället för att datorer styr vad som visas.
Facebook knows that parents today, because they didn't experience these things, they never experienced this addictive experience with a piece of technology, they give their children bad advice. They say things like, why don't you just stop using it? And so that Facebook's own research is aware that children express feelings of loneliness and struggling with these things because they can't even get support from their own parents. I don't understand how Facebook can know all these things and not escalate it to someone like Congress for help and support in navigating these problems.
Senator Ed Markey pekade på lobbyarbetet.
Facebook has scores of lobbyists in the city right now coming in right after this hearing to tell us we can't act. And they've been successful for a decade in blocking this committee from acting.
Senator Dan Sullivan ville veta om det fanns några nationella säkerhetsproblem, om det förekom att Facebook blir utnyttjade av våra motståndare.
My team directly worked on tracking Chinese participation on the platform, surveilling, say, Uyghur populations in places around the world. That you could actually find the Chinese based on them doing these kinds of things.
So Facebook, I'm sorry.
We also saw active participation of, say, the Iran government doing espionage on other state actors. So this is definitely a thing that is happening, and I believe Facebook's consistent understaffing of the counter-espionage, information operations, and counterterrorism teams is a national security issue, and I'm speaking to other parts of Congress about that.
So you are saying, in essence, that the platform, whether Facebook knows it or not, is being utilized by some of our adversaries in a way that helps push and promote their interests at the expense of America's?
Yes, Facebook's so very aware that this is happening on the platform. And I believe the fact that Congress doesn't get a report of exactly how many people are working on these things internally is unacceptable, because you have a right to keep the American people safe.
Efter Haugens kommentarer om nationell säkerhet sa senator Blumenthal att senatens kommitté kan komma att hålla en ny utfrågning specifikt om det nationella säkerhetsproblem som Facebook utgör. Facebook svarade på Haugens senaste intervju i 60 Minutes med att säga att antyda att vi uppmuntrar till dåligt innehåll och att vi inte gör något åt det är helt enkelt inte sant.